is up, everyone? Welcome to the Big Dill stream on a Thursday night. How's everyone going? Brought to you by the CRA, where cryptid lives do not matter, by the way. Order your CRA merch and contact gloves today for a good deal. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to pin merch here super quick. Let's see. There we go. All right. I'll pin this hoodie. It's getting kind of chilly out. You might need a sweatshirt to get you by in the fall season. So there is a BigDill unisex original look. Nice quality sweatshirt, $41.99. You pay for what you get, which is quality, you know. There we go. Now it's pinned. How's everyone doing tonight? Almost the weekend. Lots of crazy things happening. We got a new Nuke's Top 5 tonight as well. My grandma, Belgium Warrior, Nick Oxenford, Eric Kennedy, Lila, Texas Panhandle, Lynn, Little Doodler. How's it going? Spooktober. Yeah, it is what, like a couple days away from October now. Yeah, it came up quick. What's up, Tate? Congrats on the baby. I'm doing good, Little Doodler. How about you? Iowa over... No, I really will enjoy Iowa getting beat by, I would say, 35 to 50 points this weekend, which they will. I'm going to enjoy it so much. It's going to be... You know, my team's probably going to lose, but I'll at least enjoy Iowa getting steamrolled by the Michigan Wolverines. What's up, Real Life Skinwalker? Hell yeah, Eric. Yeah, not a lot of people like Michigan either. I don't like the Big Ten. Steel Reserve. This can was imported straight from Topeka, Kansas, and it's frosted. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful can. 16 fluid ounces. It's very promiscuous. You know, I don't even know what that means, but there you go. I am excited for the new Nuke's Top 5. By the way, if you guys have not yet sent my last video to Nuke's Top 5, if you have time, do that in your free time if you want. That way, Nuke's Top 5 will get that in his email. He might see it. And if he plays that on his channel, the views will blow up. The subscribers will go up on the channel. Our streams will become bigger. Everything becomes bigger if Nuke's Top 5 covers that video. So, if you haven't already and you want to help the channel out, you know, you can't donate, you can't buy merch. Something free and easy, it takes 5 seconds to do, is just go to my most recent video, upload, copy that link, and then send it to Nuke's Top 5 email. You get his email by going to his channel, to his About page at the top right of his homepage, and then right there it says his email, his business email. You copy and paste that, you slap it in Gmail, you send him that email with that link attached of my video, and that's all you gotta do. You're drinking a Smirnoff Red, White, and Blue. Nice. We're gonna get started here in about a minute. We got a 30-minute Nuke's. I mean, he's getting less and less uploads, but they're longer videos, so hopefully they're good. Because man, he's posting less and less. Have any of you guys watched the new Dahmer Netflix series that's going on right now? I have to say, it's one of the best, like, I guess, TV shows I've watched in a while. I don't know if you call it a TV show, but like a 10-part series or whatever you want to call it. It's really good. I'm like on episode 5 right now, I think. So, man, it's super good. The guy that plays that is really, really good. Yeah, Evan Peters. Yep, Evan Peters. He plays a lot of the crazy people. He plays Quicksilver in the X-Men universe. The Bad Batch. I've never watched that. I'm into The Boys. It's my favorite TV show, or again, like, it's not a TV show necessarily. It's kind of like but show. The Boys is absolutely my favorite one, probably of all time. The Walking Dead. Invincible. All badass, hard R, like rated R, brutal shows. All right, I think we're ready to go. Nuke's Top 5. Top 5 scary videos that will make you pitch a hissy fit, says Nuke's Top 5. Let me get it loaded up here. Okay, that's loud as fuck. Better Call Saul. Never seen it. I never watched any of the Breaking Bad spin-offs or the main show. I heard it was really good, but it's hard for me to sit down and watch a whole show, to dedicate time to watching a TV show. I mean, I know I'd like it, but it's hard for me to start the process of liking it, Breaking Bad, yeah, I've heard so many good things about Breaking Bad. I believe it's an amazing show. It's just, yeah, getting into it. Like that and, what's the other one? What's it called? The other, not Lord of the Rings, but, what the fuck is that show called? Game of Thrones. But anyways, let's get started with a Nuke's Top 5. Hopefully they're all good. We've been waiting forever for a new one, so hopefully we get at least some good, quality, juicy videos. Maybe some cryptid videos in there, too.
From the Dark Doorway. Popular Japanese ghost hunters Hiro and Tomo from the YouTube channel Omagatoki Film travel to a mysterious abandoned house that is said to be extremely haunted. The story goes that years ago a married couple was living in the house. The wife descended into madness, and late one night in a fit of rage, she violently took her husband's life. And then she took her own. These days the house has been abandoned for over 10 years. No one goes near the place, and it is believed that some evil presence haunts the home. But that doesn't stop the Omagatoki film team. Investigators Hiro and Tomo vow to spend the night and explore the infamously haunted house. Eventually, the two guys decide to split up. Hiro goes back to the car and Tomo stays to explore the second floor. As Tomo looks around, he finds an opening into the attic. There he finds old clothes and pictures of the family that once lived there. Tomo calls Hiro to tell him what he's found. But there is something else going on that is downright chilling. Watch very closely.
もしもし。はい。なんか天板が外れて屋根裏みたいなのがあったの。なんかすごいなんか雑音がすごいね。あ、マジ？やばい。全然聞こえない。マジ？なんかね、大丈夫？今聞こえる？はいはい。あ、今聞こえる？聞こえる？はい。あそこのその押し入れの中を見たんだけどさ、なんか天板が外れてさ、屋根裏みたいな感じになってたな。
Tomo experiences odd interference when attempting to phone Hiro. And did you see it? Tomo doesn't notice, but someone appears to be peeking out at him from a dark doorway. Completely unaware of what he has just captured, Tomo heads down to the car to meet up with Hiro. Once he's gone, a static camera captures something absolutely terrifying.
Okay. It's kind of creepy.
The figure of a woman can be seen in the doorway, just kind of standing there motionless. Then suddenly, without explanation, the camera just stops recording.
It looked like the head was like fucking like shifting away, or it was weird. I mean, the head was moving some weird way.
When Tomo and Hiro review their footage, they are shocked by what they discover. So could this be the apparition of the woman who went mad inside the house? Or just who or what is this? Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire creepy 2-part investigation over on the YouTube channel Omagatoki Film. Meanwhile,
I'm gonna give that one a solid, as a warm-up, 6.4. I think the creepy figure in the hallway saved it. Otherwise, it wasn't all that much. I would have liked to see it move a little bit, you know, but I'm gonna give it a decent score. Can we all admit that Dill's mustache is looking fluffy tonight? Yeah, it's a thick, promiscuous mustache, you know? Porno stash, yeah, you could say that. A 2 from Tate, a 6 from Lila, a 6 from Belgian Warrior, 8 out of 10 for my grandma, 5 for Lynn, 1 for Real Life Skinwalker, 2 for Chad Ironballs. What's up, Chad Ironballs? 7 for Nick Oxenford, a 10 for Eric Kennedy. A 10, okay. That's bold, I like it. Now, if you have the CRA contact gloves, you could slap the shit out of that ghost there. That's fair. Like button, that's fair. Nick Oxenford with a 6. 7 for Texas Panhandle. Okay. Moving on.
on TikTok, TikTok user Tim Saver says that he's a new night guard at an undisclosed facility. He says that he's the only guard willing to work the night shift, and for good reason. You see, strange and unexplainable things seem to happen in the building in the dead of night, but no one knows why. Over the course of the next week, Tim begins to understand where most of the activity in the building takes place. A creepy abandoned unit just inside the facility. On night 11 at his new job, he leaves his phone to record the abandoned unit as he makes his rounds. An hour into the recording, this happens.
If something comes out of there, that'll be creepy. Like a hand or something.
A light flashes and a hatch leading to the upper attic space opens and closes on its own. Gathering his courage, Tim grabs a ladder and climbs up into the attic to investigate. What happens next is downright chilling.
What's that text say on that in the wall there? What's that? Oh, it's a little trophy. First place trophy. No, don't. What's that say? Looks like it's staring directly at him. What? Can it move?
creepy pale hand seems to come out of nowhere and wraps around a small statue sitting on the attic floor. Even stranger, there appears to be no arm or no body attached to the hand. Tim quickly gets out of there. So, is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate TikTok hoax? You decide. TikTok user...
It seems way too good to be true. I would say if I had to guess, it's fake. Because it's just way too good to be true. It's like out of a movie scene or something. And it's TikTok, so I'm going to say fake on that one. I'm going to go ahead and say it's like a 3 out of 10. And it also just wasn't scary to me at all. It's a fucking trophy. Or a Buddha, I don't know, some kind of statue little thing. What's up, Andrew? A 0.1 for Tate, a 1 for Lynn, a 3 for Lila, 0 for Real Life Skinwalker, a 2 for Belgian Warrior, a 3 for Texas Panhandle, a 1 for my grandma. Yeah, I'm not a fan of TikTok either. It seems to be there's way more fake, content on there than real. A 0 for Chad Ironballs. I mean, that's why you come to YouTube like my channel. We don't fake content out here. It's all real, 100% genuine. All our clips, 100% authentic, right? Right? 2.5 for Nick Oxenford. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible that things like that are real. It's just, that just seemed, I don't know, it's hard to believe in clips that aren't, like, potato quality. Which is sad. What I always see is, it always seems like the potato quality clips are the most genuine ones. But it's probably because they're potato quality. That was like HD. Five for Eric Kennedy. Okay.
Brianna's videos are mostly dedicated to her favorite pastime, freediving in the beautiful waters just off the coast of sunny Florida. Now, none of Brianna's videos have anything to do with the supernatural. Well, except for just this one. One afternoon, Brianna is going for a routine dive when she captures something truly chilling. Brianna starts to panic as she hears loud, distressed underwater screams all around her. After she surfaces and disturbed by what she just heard, she goes down again to try to figure out just what is going on. This time, there are no screams. Brianna is baffled by what just happened and posts her strange, unexplained video to TikTok. Now, of course, many viewers accuse Brianna of adding a fake audio track to her dive video. So, to prove them wrong, Brianna posts again, this time showing the footage directly from her GoPro camera.
So, people are asking what camera I use. GoPro 7 works perfectly fine for me. I cracked it a little bit, but I use the case. Definitely not a voiceover though, so I'm going to show you the video straight out of my GoPro. Just like how I recorded it. So you can hear
I mean, couldn't she have done this when she was, like, not driving? Or is she not driving? I don't know. It's weird. Maybe someone else. Who's recording?
Yeah.
She has, like, no hands on the wheel, just, like, fucking recording her own... I don't know. It's weird.
So, it's not a voiceover or an edit or anything like that. So.
Now, when watching Brianna's original video, it looks like she's swimming through some kind of wreckage, possibly that of a sunken ship. Many viewers believe that she might have captured the eerie final screams of the ghost of someone who didn't survive the wreck. Now, paranormal or not, the strange underwater screams are absolutely unnerving. This next creepy video was uploaded to TikTok.
I think, so Tate brings up a good point here. I think that, can you guys still hear me fine? I think it was awesome that she showed the actual GoPro raw footage of the audio. It is possible that someone was with her that, well, you know, that made that scream. Very possible. We can't rule that out. Otherwise, I'm gonna stick to the safe side. I'm gonna say it's a 6 out of 10 because it was kind of creepy. It sounded legit. It sounded like a, you know, a real scream. But so 0 for Tate, a -0 for real life Skinwalker. I don't think that's possible. Unless you just did. Okay. A 1 for Lynn, a 5 for Shell Shock, a 8 for Lila, 8 for Belgian Warrior, a 7 for Texas Panhandle. It almost seemed like there was a struggle, you know, like what, you know. 5 for Andrew, a 2 for my grandma. Yeah. It wasn't scary at all. It was more like, I don't know, eerie. 7 for Nick Oxenford, 0 for Chad Ironballs, a 2 for Alejandro. All right. And that's true, Eric. When, you know, obviously, if you're screaming underwater, you're not going to be under there for very long. However, they were in shallow water. I mean, they couldn't have been deeper than, I don't think, 10 feet. The fact that she was just, like, maybe 15 feet. Maybe. Chills down your spine. Nuke's Top 5 fell off. Alright, moving on.
TikTok by Rosie B. from Michigan. The home security clip shows Rosie's daughter strolling through the kitchen when the toddler seems to have a very odd and chilling encounter.
Man, we've watched this on like 3 straight streams on 3 different channels. Like, what the fuck? Okay, for those who haven't seen us, we'll watch it. But it is creepy, I think.
At first, the girl appears to be talking to someone that we can't see, when suddenly something seems to try to yank a plastic container of snacks right out of her hand. Whatever it is then seems to go after her toy box. The toddler puts up a fight and wins.
We might recruit her to the CRA.
And then just walks away, seemingly angry.
Of course, when she's 18, you know. We would never put children in harm's way.
At whoever or whatever was grabbing at her things. Later, when Rosie asks her daughter about, says that a young boy and girl were trying to take away her toys. But looking at the video, there's just no one there. At least no one that we can see. So is the little girl fighting over toys with the ghosts of 2 children? Let me know what you think.
What's up, weather balloon?
Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. My Haunted Hotel.
And what's up, Alejandro, as well. I missed that one. I've rated this a few times, so I'm not going to rate it again. I think it's creepy. I think it's legit. Again, kids do not act at that age. That's a genuine, like, I think, clip. So I believe it's real. 8 for Lynn, a 7 for Tate. Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting what rating I gave it too. That's like I've probably rated it different every time, but I know it's in around the neighborhood of 8. I know that for a fact. A 1 for Alejandro, a 7.5 for Nick Oxenford. Tate is my brother. Tate is my brother. Six for Texas Panhandle, a 6.9 for Andrew, a 9 for Eric. All right, moving on. Yeah, I can't believe we like legit 3 straight streams, 3 different channels, same video. It's kind of blowing up right now. A 6 for Belgian Waffle to top it off, or Belgian Waffle, Belgian Warrior.
Hell. Over 400 years ago, all the way back in 1622, Ye Old King's Head Inn was built in Chester, England. It is said that at least 13 ghosts haunt the old inn, including a man in black that roams the haunted hotel and the ghost of a young child. The many spirits of the inn are said to frequently interact with visitors and guests, especially in the inn's many bedrooms. These days, Ye Old King's Head still serves as a hotel, bar, and restaurant and is now owned by Harry Aquilillos. As a paranormal enthusiast himself, Harry has a grand plan for Ye Old King's Head Hotel. He wants to capture real evidence of paranormal activity at the inn and let hotel guests experience it as well. Harry, along with his friends and fellow paranormal investigators Brett and Danny, installed 16 live cameras to record multiple angles of every room in the hotel. Visitors can now rent rooms to explore and seek out their own paranormal experience, and they usually find it. The owner and his team carefully monitor their guests on the 16 video feeds, both to make sure that everyone is safe and to capture paranormal evidence. The Old King's Head team have collected hours of creepy, unexplained footage, and they share their spookiest moments over on their YouTube channel, My Haunted Hotel. Now, the guests that come to the hotel are usually not paranormal investigators in any way. In fact, most of them have never even encountered anything paranormal at all. So sometimes the visitors can be a little bit jumpy. Guest Kirsty is filled with fear when she is asked to investigate the hotel's cellar all by herself. While she's down there alone in the dark, something happens that scares the living shit out of her.
Oh, day. Oh my God. This is the worst thing I've ever done my whole entire life.
You're welcome.
Oh, God. Oh, is there anyone in here?
Oh, it's the generator. It's the generator.
The eerie silence is suddenly broken by a loud roar as the hotel's generator turns on without warning, making poor Christy nearly jump right out of her skin. Even the My Haunted Hotel team jump at the sudden noise, but they quickly laugh it off when they realize that it's just their generator. But then something happens that they just can't explain.
Whoa, what was that though? What the hell just happened? What was that?
Something just off camera is just...
What, just to try and explain here, the generator's just gone off in the cellar and Kirsty's obviously crapped herself as it's happened. It got us, but something has happened here off camera that has made her now run out of the cellar. We have to radio through and make sure they're okay. In a bizarre twist, a gigantic bang occurs on what we believe to be the cellar hatch off camera, and it is so loud it distorts the audio. To cause this loud of a bang means something must have hit the hatch with considerable force, but we find nothing that could have caused this. Right, we're just heading in now to find the girls. Girls, where are you?
Yeah, corner.
Right, what the hell just happened?
I am never going in a cellar ever again.
Right, so we saw the generator come on,
Yeah,
which is
that
obviously...
scared me.
But what was it off
Something
camera?
just went poof.
So it was to your left. We
Yeah.
couldn't see it off camera.
Yeah, it was on this side.
What was it? Can you try and
I don't
explain
know.
what it was?
I don't know. It was like just a big massive bang. And then I ran.
So obviously the generator's not paranormal, but then the bang that
the
you
bang
heard...
was definitely something. That was nothing like normal.
Kirsty says that right after the generator turned off, she heard another completely unexplained loud bang and just made a run for it. Now, Kirsty isn't the only guest to experience a creepy encounter with the unexplainable. On a different night, guests Janine and Lottie...
That's when, again, you don't run, you just go 10 and 2. It's a saying, you know, I've said forever. You just go 10 and 2. You don't run. You don't let that instinct take over. You know, whenever you're in a situation like that, especially with any kind of predator, whether it be a human, an animal, a demon, you go 10 and 2. You face your enemy head on. Position your feet like a clock, 10 and 2. Position your right forearm in front of your chest, and you're just you challenge it. Nine times out of 10, unless you're under 135 pounds, you're okay. Okay, if you're under 135 pounds, well, you're fucked.
They are investigating the hotel's most haunted room, Room 5. This room is said to be a hotspot for paranormal activity. The child ghost that roams the hotel is said to be particularly active in this room, so the space has been decorated with dolls and toys. And it seems like the two women might not be alone in there.
Hello, children. We've got a toy here. You can change the lights on it. What's that? What was that?
That chick looks you probably can't see her 'cause my look at this chick's fucking face. That is terrifying. Like the way she looks with like in this IR light. Gross. I just coincidentally heard a bang. Do you see how I got scared and ran? No. I faced it. I looked at it. Look, the bang went away. Legit, there was a bang over here. There it was again. I'm not scared because I'm a goddamn grown-ass man. I don't get scared of bangs, you know? It's probably a demon, nothing that I can't handle. And whether Belgium Warrior asks, you know, how can you fight a ghost? Well, for you guys, you can buy the CRA contact gloves for $19.99. If you buy now, order now, we'll offer free shipping, and we'll give you a second pair for an extra $10. So for $30, basically, for $29.99, we'll cover your shipping cost, and we will give you an extra pair of CRA contact gloves, which will allow you to make physical contact with ghosts. If you're experienced and or powerful enough like myself, you don't need those to fight a ghost. But for you guys, you would need them. It's Tess that's banging on the wall. No, Tess is asleep. I can see Tess. She's asleep. That was a demon. That was a ghost. I just heard it. Again, not scared, not worried. I'd fuck it up easily 10 out of 10 times. All right, let's go.
What was that? Please tell me that was them next door. I don't know if it's them next door or not.
Janine and Lottie hear a disturbing bang, but they are unable to...
So how if these guys have 16 cameras up, right? Like they said, aren't there multiple people on these? Is it just one, two people at a time that are on these 16 cameras? Because if that's the case, how are they always getting this perfect reaction from them? Like they're only watching these people. So maybe that's the case. Maybe it's just two people at a time. I don't know. Or maybe everyone's in the same room, but why have 16 cameras then? That's kind of weird. I guess it makes sense if 16 rooms you could explore too, maybe, but yeah, I don't know. Noodle arms? Noodle. Oh. Check out these puppies. You check out these. You let me know, and you can bench press 275, baby. All right? You let me know. You just let me know. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting for you.
To locate exactly where it came from. Then a doll sitting on a shelf in the corner falls to the floor all on its own. Janine, Lottie, and the My Haunted Hotel team are all shocked by the experience. But Janine is a bit of a skeptic and attempts to debunk what just happened. But she chooses a very, very odd method to debunk the incident.
You evil little... Oh, there you wound up! You evil... No, don't do that! No! Right. Switch foot table. Oh, God. I don't know what you're doing. Right. I've jumped up and down in front of it, and it's not moved. No. Right. Sit the cursor. I ain't cut the cursor, no! That's going off again. Right, you're in the room with a... Oh my God! We're in room 5. Started off very quiet, and about 3/4 of an hour into it, we had a huge thud on the wall, and the doll literally flew off the shelf.
So now we cut to another night weeks later, and the scariest moment ever captured inside the hotel occurs when a staff member is simply locking up the downstairs bar for the night, as the guests are all in their rooms.
Is that? Watch closely as staff member Tom, who has just locked the downstairs bar, comes to drop the keys off, and as he enters the function room, a clear baby crying is heard coming from the old brothel. This is one of the clearest pieces of DVP, direct voice phenomena, we have ever captured, and Tom is left in pure shock, as are the team.
Yeah. Huh? You said yes, huh?
It's just the way that they're acting, like, so over the top makes me very suspicious. Like, they're just, I don't know. It seems like this is all for entertainment, if I had to guess.
Yeah, me. Did you see the baby? Yeah.
See the baby crying?
What's that?
Is that? I don't want to hear a baby.
Yeah. Huh? You said yes, huh?
Who said yeah?
Did you see the baby? Yeah.
See the baby crying?
The guys are shocked when the eerie sound of a crying baby can be heard echoing throughout the hotel's restaurant. Now, to be clear, there were no children of any age in the entire building, and the guys find nothing. So could it be that centuries of history have left Ye Olde King's Head as a bizarre paranormal hotspot? Let me know in the comments. You can watch many more guest spooky experiences and terrifying overnight encounters over on the YouTube channel, My Haunted Hotel. Weird?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to give that one a 4 out of 10. It just didn't seem very genuine to me. That seemed like they were over the top acting. It just wasn't. No. Is it free shipping to Belgium? Absolutely. A 0 for Lynn. A 1 for Lila. Yeah, I don't really. it wasn't even creepy. Like, nothing that happened in any of those clips were creepy. It was either a doll falling off a shelf or a loud bang. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't... Even if it was real, it still wasn't scary. So... It was pretty meh. A 2 for Simon. A 2 for Alejandro. Alright, moving on. See what else we got. One of these final 2 is going to be good, alright? There's been some decent ones in here tonight, but that one was not it. A 3 for Belgium Warrior.
World. South Haven, Michigan resident Jennifer says she was at a festival when she noticed something very odd going on.
Like, notice how he's using TikToks on almost every video now. Very telling. Okay, 1. Get my fucking video on your channel, Nukes. If you want to have millions of views, get my fucking goddamn video on your channel. Nukes, I know you're watching this. You messaged me last week. Listen. If you play my video, I'm guaranteeing you 3 million views. And that's like $4,000 to $5,000 in your wallet. So headline me. I want to be number 1. I want to be on the thumbnail. All right, absolutely. Plaster my face on there. Your channel will get millions of views, guaranteed.
On in the sky above her. She grabbed her phone and started to record.
All right, everybody sees me walking. I'm walking. Look. This plane isn't moving. It's not moving.
So this can happen multiple different ways. The plane's flying into a strong headwind, which makes it look like the plane is just floating there. Now, there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, every time they see this, it's like, that's a strong headwind. It's not moving. It's just, you know, in which... A plane this size, it's more believable with the banner and the drag that you know it's creating. But there is, I'm telling you, there is times where the headwind is not. I just don't think an explainable factor. I think this time I'll let it fly. But yeah, there's instances where this is happening where it's like a glitch in the Matrix. I'm sorry. I feel like are legit, like weird. What's up, Cryptid?
But it sounds like it's moving.
Now Jennifer claims that the small airplane had been flying in the same spot, not moving at all, for hours before she finally decided to grab.
Now, if it's flying in the same spot for hours, okay, that's not flying into a headland. That's a glitch in the plane to run out of fuel. It's not going to sit there and just take it for 3 hours. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. That doesn't make any sense. So if she's now, I know it's easy for her to say, oh, it was there for hours and it was 20 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. So I doubt it was for hours. But if it really was there for hours, then okay, we have a different conversation on our hands. The whole concept of glitches in the Matrix, yeah, it is, and there's a lot of examples of it that just don't make sense. If you go on YouTube and look up for examples of glitches in the Matrix, you'll find some pretty good creepy videos.
Grab her phone and record the video. As you can see in the clip, many others also noticed the strange plane and filmed it as it is seemingly frozen in the sky. Could it be that Jennifer captured a, quote, glitch in the Matrix? Or is there some simpler explanation? You tell me, keepers of the...
Again, I think if I was just to react to this on face value, I'd say, yeah, it probably is just a plane in a strong headwind with the drag of the banner making it seem like it's not moving, and it clearly isn't moving at all. But if she was, you know, not over, and like, of course she's gonna say it's then been there for hours. It's gonna make the video that she recorded seem way creepier. So I doubt that it was there for hours. That seems unrealistic. For hours, come on. But if it was really there for hours, then I think you have a whole different can of worms. I think that's a whole different topic to be discussed about the glitch in the Matrix, because then I would believe that would be the case. However, I think that this probably has a logical explanation. Pure basic science. Weather. Natural phenomenons. Same as the Mandela effect. Yeah, the Mandela effect is absolutely fascinating. I believe in it 100%. And it's hard to argue against. It really is. If you have an open mind, it's hard to argue against the Mandela effect. Even if there's things that some people remember and you don't, that's the whole point of it. So... a 1 for Lynn, a 7 for Lila, a 0 for my grandma. Alright, moving on.
The old church. Paranormal investigators Jeff and Phil from the YouTube channel Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigation set out to investigate rumors of an allegedly haunted church deep in the woods of Bedham, England. The Old Mission Church. The brick and stone church was built in 1880 and served as both a school for local children and as a place for Sunday worship for the town. But years later, the small town around the church was touched by tragedy. In 1919, a devastating influenza outbreak took the lives of nearly half of the town's children and many adults. The church/school fell into a state of decay. It was eventually forced to close in 1959. As the aging structure had become hazardous and unsafe. The historic building is now in ruins, but the church grounds is said to be extremely haunted by the ghosts of long ago. Witnesses have reported hearing the unexplained voices of children, and some even claim to have seen strange shadow figures roaming inside the church. As they begin, Jeff and Phil set up multiple static cameras. Now, the Ghost Tech guys always try to stay calm during their paranormal investigations, and after many years, Jeff and Phil aren't easily shaken. But they start to experience some highly unusual activity that even seems to make them a bit nervous.
Well, look, as I was saying, I'd asked for your name, and it may well be that you've told me your name, and I just can't hear it. You have to shout as loud as you can. Something touched my hand. Something just touched my hand. Okay, sorry, please excuse me jumping back. But it felt like you brushed through my hand then.
Let me introduce myself. My name's Jeff. And my friend and colleague standing there holding a camera, his name is Phil. So as I thought I could hear children's voices earlier, can I ask if any children can come forward, come inside the church and say hello to us, please? Now, back in the old days, when I say old days, I mean hundreds of years ago, there used to be a settlement here, and they used to cut wood. We've been told that there was kilns here. So it was a tiny, tiny little village. And I guess that this church was the centre of that village. That was a voice, Phil. So it was a tiny, tiny little village. And I guess that this church was the centre of that village.
That honestly sounded like an owl to me, but who knows?
That was a voice, Phil.
Phil says something touches his hand, and Jeff hears the voice of a child that is captured by his EVP recorder. But that's certainly not all that happens this night, because as they continue to ask questions, they capture something truly bizarre on multiple cameras.
How it must have been different when the building had a roof, doors, windows, perhaps pews?
Ooh.
What was that, Jeff?
A black mass went right in between me and you I went over here.
Could you come back, please?
A black shadow moves in between Phil and I, and it is captured on all of our cameras. Here is the footage taken from static cam 1, followed by the footage on all 3 cameras from all angles.
Perhaps pews?
Ooh.
What was that, Jeff? Perhaps pews?
Ooh.
What was that, Jeff?
A strange shadow passes between Jeff and Phil, but because they're filming in the dark with infrared, Phil just can't see it. However, Jeff spots the figure on their infrared camera and is shocked. The 2 other static cameras also manage to capture the creepy event. So the 2 investigators take a break from filming to review their footage, but leave the static cameras to record while they're gone. After they leave, the camera inside the church captures another strange event that Jeff and Phil simply can't explain.
What's happening with the camera?
So, could the church be haunted by the children who tragically lost their lives in the 1919 influenza outbreak? You decide. You can watch this entire investigation and many more spooky videos over on the YouTube channel, Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations. As always, thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed our...
I'm gonna give that one like a solid... 4.9. It wasn't doing it for me. The guy had a very pleasant voice though. Jeff. $1.99 donation from Tate. Violet wants to be the first one to donate. Well, thank you, Violet, very much. It's very kind of you. Second day of being alive. Generous donation. I don't know how she made that much money. It's crazy. 5 for Lila. A 2 for Alejandro. A 4 for Lynn. A 4.5 for Nick Oxenford. And my name's Jeff. 3 on the spookometer for my grandma. I would agree. It's somewhere in that range for me. It was kind of interesting, but it wasn't, it wasn't spooky. Oh man, I just can't wait. I cannot wait until someday I'm able to go to Velisca Murder House. Like, right now, it's just a lot on my schedule. I'm just not able to make it happen. But I'm going to go there, and it's going to be, I just want to make sure that when I go there, it's the best possible fucking show it can be. I want to do another Skinwalker Forest video, except this time I want to go at night, like, late at night by myself. At George Wythe and Cedar Falls, and walk through, like, the wooded area, and see, not only can I find mountain lions, black bear, child predators, I'm going to take them all out. Simple, one swoop. They lurk in those woods, they're known for those woods, and so, if after I take those out, all those kind of predators, I'm going to take care of the Skinwalker himself, who I know is there, which I know there actually is mountain lions. Like, in the part 2 I went, there was a mountain lion track. Thank you, Tex Panhandle. I am an uncle, ×2. I'm getting old. I'm getting old, folks. I'm going to be 30 here soon. Time flies. All right, Texas Panhandle, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Fuck the Hawkeyes, right? Let's be real here. Fuck the Hawkeyes. Have I ever heard of the Mandela effect of Jurassic Park 1 and 3? No, what is it? I've seen Jurassic Park 1 and 3 probably 100... I've seen Jurassic Park 1 at least 100 times. I watched that repeatedly as a child. Up through my... up to this day, I've seen it so many times. Jurassic Park 3 I've seen a lot of times, not quite as many. So chances are I'll know exactly what scene you're talking about when you tell me. I'm going to play some creepy music, and we're going to hang out for a little bit before we end the stream. So you're welcome to ask me any questions. Just hang out, vibe. Enjoy this free, copyright, royalty-free horror music by Kevin MacLeod. My treat. When are BigDill beanies coming? I like to get them done this holiday season, so you guys can order them around November. Is what I'd like to do. I want to get beanies. I can also get tons of other things this year. I'm now eligible in the program for new types of merch, like coffee mugs and stuff like that. There's tons of things. Been out to the new studio yet? Nope, they won't be done, I heard, until November some point. So I won't be able to get out there until I get the loft done. So it seems like I'll be there working on it in November and then moving in early December. Right now is the timeline I've been informed of as of recently. They've kind of pushed it back. They've, that's how it goes with construction. Obviously, they give you an estimate and then it usually gets pushed back. But I should be in before the second week of December, so. When Jurassic Park 1 came out in theaters and then on VHS, people were saying the ending was different. You know, the movie where the Rex came out of the open building and killed the raptors. Yeah. Yeah, that's I remember that. The Rex comes out of nowhere, snatches one of the raptors that's leaping for the main characters. He shakes it about. Another one jumps on him. Or he throws him into some bones. Then the other guy jumps on him and fucks him up. He eats that one and throws him at some bones, and then the banner falls and he roars. Or she. It's the queen, T-Rex. I have her on my wall right here. That's Rexy in the first Jurassic Park, and from the first Jurassic World, second Jurassic World, and third Jurassic World. One of my favorite characters of all time. Oh, no, I actually did not check. I'm sure I did. I have my notifications turned off for most of my social media, so... So no, I have not seen, I haven't checked yet. I'll check after stream and let you know. I assume I got it. Yeah, I'll check here in a bit. Tess? Okay, I'll give it Tess. Oh, wait, what Belgium say? Well, some people are saying that Rex broke through a wall and snatched a raptor. Yeah, see, I don't, that has never been in my memory. But then again, the Mandela effect, it never is technically in your memory, even though you can switch between realities and think different things without thinking those things. Is there going to be a little Dill in the near future? Not near future, but someday possibly, yeah. Someday. This is the Tessa Boo. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi to Lila. Say hi. Name it Ball of Heat Jr. when you do. I don't think so. if I have a kid and it's a guy, he's gonna have a blue collar name. It's gonna either be Phil, Gene, Bob, what? No, I'm not naming it Tess. You already have that name. What are you looking at? Okay, say goodbye before you want to scram. Say goodbye. Can you say goodbye, Layla? Alright, get out of here. Tessa's your baby. Yeah, good luck. I mean, if you want to handle her sass all the time, go for it. She's a lot to handle. Very loving cat, but she's very sassy. Demands food, demands cuddles, demands to be played with, brings me her toys. It's not easy. Work is definitely keeping me busy. Still working at the cemetery. Haven't seen anything spooky. I've only had one ghost encounter since I've worked at the cemetery. Only one. Would I be happy with triplets? Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. The one of Jurassic Park 3 is when Eric was in the nest of the Pteranodon, and people were saying they can remember seeing a fletchling dino falling in slow-mo. A what? A fletchling? What the hell is a fletchling? You have one cat with sass, you can handle another. Tess is on a different level. She's like a little human. It's not like a cat. Okay? This creature talks to you. You know, she's very pleasant and sweet, but she's sassy, you know? She's my little girl. And then Maki, you know, she's not, you know, weird. What was the ghost experience at the graveyard? It was in the mausoleum. I have to go up every other month into the attic of the mausoleum and change the furnace filters. Now, to get up there, you have to basically, like, plug in this extension cable, turn the light on up there. You have to go through, shimmy open a hatch, crawl through the hatch, up this ladder, go up into the attic. You have to walk onto this, you know, through these beams, around, you know, through this little mini door that's only like 4 foot tall. Go through the little mini door. Then you have to stay on, you know, this boarded path walk. Otherwise, you'll fall through the ceiling and die in a horrible death. And by the way, when you're up here, all you see, the mausoleum's a giant-ass motherfucking building. For those who don't know what a mausoleum is, it's a, you know, an indoor internment building for corpses. You know, it's where you can bury people inside. Anyways, I'm up there. All you can see is pitch black and, you know, and you know, insulation. And it's just, as far as the eye can see, it's just pitch black. Well, anyways, I'm walking, you know, into the furnace. I open the next door. I get to the furnace filters. I'm about to change them out. I can't remember at what point in the process I was at, but I remember my boss was downstairs when I came up here, but he was with me downstairs. So I thought he was coming up because I heard someone walking. So there's this wall, you know, how I said you have to go through these two little doors, or there's this wall that separates the furnace room from, you know, where you take that boardwalk. And I heard someone walking clear as day on that boardwalk. I heard the footsteps, the creaking of the wood coming right to the door, and it stopped right at the door. There's a little mini door. And so I thought it was my boss. And so I continue. I don't really think much of it. I just continue to do my work, and I change the furnace filters, get them changed. And then I open the door, and there's no one there. And I did find it weird that he just was like walking. I thought it was my boss, and he just stopped. I was like, what is he? I thought he was looking at something maybe, but there's nothing. So I opened the door just expecting him to be there, and he's not. And then I was like, well, what the fuck? That was weird. And so I call out to him, and I don't hear him. And so I look around, and there's nothing there. Nothing there. I instantly recognize, okay, that was a ghost. There's no explanation other than that. It wasn't like a noise from creaking. You know, it wasn't any of that. It was clear as day footsteps. And I think what happened is the ghost was trying to kill me, and it got up close, and it recognized who I was, and it got scared, and it said, fuck no, it fucked off, because it knew my power levels. And so anyways, I open the door, I walk back down, I go back down through the hatch, down the ladder, and I go to my boss, and I said, dude, you will never believe I just heard, like, footsteps. He's like, I know, I heard it too, from, like, so he was down below on the ground level, He heard those footsteps up there, and he thought I was walking around like weirdly, but he heard those footsteps clear as day from right above him, because that's where we were. He was right under that, and so he heard it. I obviously heard it. So yeah, that was the one. That was the one encounter that I've had there. So. Seen any little statues of the disembodied hand? Yeah, like the video earlier tonight. No, I have not seen that. I don't think I've ever seen... There's some trash up there. I haven't seen any statues or disembodied hands. Unfortunately, if I saw that hand, I'd break it. For sure. Yeah, the mausoleum we have in Cedar Falls is pretty big. I mean, it's a good-sized building. I don't know. I can't compare it to like other mausoleums. I haven't been to other cemeteries with mausoleums like that, but I know that ours is a good-sized one. What's up, Smurf? What type of work do you normally do at a cemetery? All kinds of work. Obviously, working funerals, putting people in the ground, digging holes, with a backhoe excavator, by hand for cremations. Any kind of property maintenance work you can think of. Mowing, hedge trimming, weed eating, spraying chemicals, tree trimming, cutting down trees, repairing roads. I mean, anything on that property is our job to fix. So we're responsible for everything for the most part. Very seldomly do we have to call in contractors. If there's a big electrician specific job that we're just not trained or qualified for, obviously we'd call an electrician. Lately it's been killing moles. That's lately what our job has entailed. Killing moles that are taking over the cemetery, stabbing them in the face with a shovel. I got one on my record. My boss has killed 7 this last week. No, the road. So some of the roads are paved. The front half of the cemetery, yes. The back half, it's all road gravel. So we have some road gravel roads that we have to just fill potholes with and stuff. But I wish all the roads are paved. Yeah, fuck moles, man. They're fucking ugly, disgusting, and they just destroy people's graves. Yeah, some people are freaked out by working in a cemetery. Honestly, I've never thought of it as creepy or even I don't even think about it, really, as working, being around dead people. It just never really crosses my brain. I mean, I've been working there long enough now, so. But we've had people work there that are summer help, or they start full time. They see a dead corpse. Sometimes we have to lift the dead body out of a rental casket and put it in their permanent, fiberglass container that they get buried in. That's a lot cheaper. They just have the casket for show, for the funeral. And then after the family leaves, we swap them out into a cheaper container, and then we bury them like that. But that's when we have to actually see the corpse, and some people can't handle that either. Yep, my grandpa also worked for a vault company. I wonder who he worked for, if it was a Wilbert. We have a vault company that runs out of Waterloo, and I know there's a plant in Fort Dodge as well, called Wilbert. What's the saddest body you've had to move? I've only ever moved old people. We've had, lately we had a girl from Cedar Falls that was 18. She had just turned 18. And she was... I don't know exactly how it happened, but she was basically passing a line of cars on a... I don't know if it was a highway or if it was... I don't know what it was, but she was going fast enough where she passed a line of cars, and in the front of the line was a garbage truck. And as she was passing all these cars, the garbage truck just turned left. And she just hit the garbage truck killing her and her passenger instantly, who was also 18. They're both 18, so we buried her recently. Private company in Gilmore City. Oh, okay. Couple more minutes, guys, before we end the stream. Couple more minutes. That's crazy, Belgium War. That's, yeah. A lot of history there. Likely to see some shit. Would I ever consider having a monkey as a pet? Absolutely not. No, I think monkeys are disgusting. Any UFO encounters? I wouldn't say encounters. I've seen... There was one time I was with my dad years ago. We did see something in the night sky. And I remember it so vividly to this day. That was very bizarre. That I would say would classify as a UAP. Other than that... I don't think... there was one time I was driving, and this was probably equally as weird. I was driving home to my hometown of Allison, Iowa. It was like on a Christmas Eve or something. It was nighttime out when I was driving home. And there was this ginormous bright white light, like, following me down Highway 3. Right below, like, to the level if I looked in my rearview mirror, it was right there. And it was in the sky, but it looked like it was close. But I couldn't tell exactly how close it was. It was just low enough and bright. It looked like it was like a drone that was following my car or something. I don't know how to describe it. I think it was probably surveillance. They knew where my location was. They wanted to check where I was at, doing, probably the Russians trying to get intel on me. I sounded like chills for... Oh, no, man. Number 15. I saw a UFO when I was driving home to my parents. I saw a bright orb flying behind me. What happened next was truly crazy. Tell me what you think in the comments below. It's called a residual haunting. It's just past events repeating themselves. Very common on battlefields. Can I imagine Tessa the monkey? She'd get along. She likes to think she's a monkey. She likes to climb things that she isn't... Her body just isn't designed to climb. I don't know. I mean, she thinks she's a monkey. I've seen her fall on her ass so many times because she thinks she can grip things and climb. And I mean, she can't. She's bottom heavy. She's just got a lot of weight is in her gut and in her hind section. So when she tries climbing, that hind section's pulling her down. So she just kind of slips and falls. A UAP is the new classification for UFO. UFOs technically are no longer a phrase or a term. It's UAP. And what it stands for, what the fuck is it? It's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, unidentified aerial phenomenon. That's what you'll hear the governments call them, UAP. Any kind of paranormal or extraterrestrial channels or whatever. You all hear UAP now. You might UFOs are such a word ingrained in our brain that we'll still say UFOs because obviously that's just how we all see grew up with that word. UFOs are a big part of our childhoods and our adulthood. UFO, it's such a big word, so it's hard to not say UFO. But yeah, technically it's not an active term anymore describing that. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna end the stream there. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to go try to finish up my Jeffrey Dahmer show. Actually, I'm not going to be able to finish it tonight. They're all hour long. I'm going to go watch a couple more. Where did I buy the alien? I didn't buy it. He just showed up one day at my doorstep. I let him in. Paco has been a guest ever since. I've actually killed him before. You can go watch that on my channel on Cryptid Wars, the movie. He actually was evil. I brought him back to life. Cloned him, actually, is what I did. And now here he is. He doesn't talk much. He's pretty silent. He doesn't talk with his mouth. He talks with his head. So, but yeah, no. If you're interested in Paco, you can say hi to him anytime. Say hi, Paco. He said hi. Alright, but on that note, guys, I'm going to tune out. Thanks for tuning in to me tonight. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend, or good rest of the week. Tomorrow's Friday. Let's get through this weekend. Let's crush it. College football coming up. Excited. Some fights coming up. Excited. Fall's coming up. Excited. Halloween's coming up. Excited. Halloween stream will be a thing this year, of course. So tune in for that. How big is Paco's dick? Okay. On that note, I'm going to tune out. Thanks, guys, again. Peace out. Love you.